Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Big Brother, Season 25, Episodes 18 and 19.
18 and 19. Before we get into that, Blair, I need to ask the people to do a couple things. Can you guess one of those things?
Subscribe.
Can you guess another of those things?
Like.
Another of those things?
Comment.
And one more.
Share.
Don't be selfish. Share the content. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're right there. We're literally right there with 69 subscribers, okay? Literally,
carry us over.
Literally, y'all can do this in one day. I know a lot of y'all watch the other content. Subscribe. So we can continue to do this for y'all. We like doing this for y'all. Go ahead, Blair.
Okay, so Izzy and Felicia have been nominated.
Oh, man. I do not like his choices, by the way, but continue.
So Felicia and Cam are talking one-on-one. So Sari and Izzy came to Felicia and said that Red said that Felicia was a liability. So that's what Felicia's sharing with Cam. Felicia didn't come to Cam because she knew how close they were. Cam says, Felicia, you're not my target, so you have nothing to worry about.
First of all, Felicia, you can tell at the nomination after Cam went around and tricked everybody, actually, that she felt a little salty attitude.
Yeah,
because he got up.
Like, he got me.
Like she had a little salty attitude when they was walking away. She didn't want to really talk. Everybody kind of be in their feelings. And now, like, y'all keep going on with these stories, trying to manipulate Cam, trying to manipulate your way out of this. Like, you're nominated. You're on the block. Meaning that if I don't get you out this week, you're my target. So, like, this is very interesting to see the castle that Sari has built is now one by one is getting picked apart. Continue.
Next, Cam and Izzy have one-on-one talk. And Izzy, in the confessional, she's telling us that she cannot stand Cam.
She says she don't like that man.
But in the room, they're having their pleasantries. Cam is telling Izzy he'd like to work with her down the road. Cam says that maybe, it can show that, we're not close, but we can really, like, work together.
Yeah.
So Cam is telling Izzy that, look, you're not my target. Izzy's like, this is all BS. I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it. Then Cam goes on to say that he loves Sari. And Izzy, that puts a red flag in her head to say, okay, so clearly Sari is on his mind.
Like, I don't know what Cam's point here is. I know he says something across the lines of, like, he said, you don't go for the president first. You go for the vice president, you go for the cabinet and things like that. That made me want to share a short story with you, if you don't mind, Blair.
Go ahead.
Back in the day when me and my sister used to live together with our parents, we caught a mouse.
Okay.
We caught a mouse, right? He was on the mouse trap, but instead of just throwing the mouse in the trash can, we put the mouse trap in a plastic bag, and my sister told me to go get my baseball bat.
Oh, goodness.
Right? I know. Okay. Right? And we started torturing the mouse by hitting everywhere but the mouse. Basically not hitting it, but hitting it close to it so it can jump.
Stressing it out.
So it can jump.
Ugh.
What happened, unfortunately, we kept hitting the bag, and the bag got loose and the mouse got loose and it ran off.
Rightfully so.
Right? I wouldn't say rightfully so. Right?
Y'all thought y'all was playing with him. He played y'all.
Yes. And he I'm sure he got caught eventually, but that night we lost that mouse. We had him.
Yeah.
But we lost him. The whole point that I'm trying to prove there is you had a chance to put Sari on the block. You had a chance to go for the president. This is not your chance. This is not the time to try to play like, oh, I'm going to go get your little minions first, and then I'm going to get you. Then she's going to escape.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, she's HOH, and you're on the block. When you got a shot at the king, or the queen in this instance, you take it because you already know that, hey, people going to be mad at me. Nevertheless, I may be on the block next week. I'm going to try to take you out now. Thank you for listening to my story.
Yeah.
Continue.
So, America, she is super excited that Izzy and Felicia are up. She is trying to break up this trio with Sari. They're just out here running the house, and she's telling Cody, this is great. Yeah. This is a great week. Great day. So Cerie, she goes up to Cam's room and is saying, thank you for not putting me up. She's laying it on thick. And she's just trying to ensure that she won't be a replacement nominee, just showing how grateful she is. And Cam knows that Cerie is trying to save her butt. But if someone goes down, she's going up. And he tells her, I got you. But he never says you're not going to be the replacement mom.
Yeah, they hugged, and the fake game that like they both are playing. Like, oh, that's okay, thank you.
And Izzy is so devoted to Cerie, we find out that she is willing to keep herself on the block if she wins the veto because she knows they're coming after Cerie.
$750,000. You are at least the minimum, Cerie. You're worth minimally $750,000 to Izzy. This is what I don't understand about this show. The Big Brother is what y'all call it.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, y'all lost the purpose of the game. The purpose of the game is not to keep secrets of who mama you are. The purpose of the game is not about friendships. The purpose of the game is not even alliances. That's just something you use to get through the game.
Yeah.
It's not about loyalty. It's not. The purpose of the game is to win the game.
For you, individually, only one person can win.
Yes.
To win.
So this whole idea of if I win the veto, I'm going to fall on this imaginary sword so you won't get put on the block. Who to say that you save her this week, you get eliminated, and then she gets eliminated the next week?
Yeah.
So you fell on the sword for no reason. This is not the last stage. This is not the final boss. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this whole fake humility thing is not worth it, Izzy. I really don't understand this bind that you find yourself into, but I guess. And guess what? Cerie is taking advantage of that. You get what I'm saying?
She's like, oh, you don't want to use it on? Okay.
Like
no talking it out of, you gotta play for yourself, girl. Come on.
No. Is that no.
It's like, thank you.
It's like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Continue.
Next, Jag and Cam have a conversation.
Yeah.
Jag's still not feeling 100% safe. He's a little bit nervous. Cam is putting it to him straight. If you tell anybody about our deal, you're going up. And Jag is like, this is not how you gain a friend or an ally.
First of all.
But I'm not going to tell nobody. Don't worry about it.
First of all, you and Jag already had some type of handshake deal before the nominations.
Yeah.
So I don't even see why you're being mean to this guy right now.
I guess he just don't like him. I don't get his
because I was like, what is going on here? Like, you already had his trust because you basically said y'all made a handshake deal of, if I don't nominate you, you need to look after me, okay? And Jag was already like, even if it felt like he didn't want to, I felt like Jag was gonna honor the word.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of like, Cam, I'm not gonna back anybody that's trying to put you out because you protected me. And now Jag is sitting there talking to Cam, and Cam was like, if anything come out, I promise I'm gonna come after you. I'm like, what is going on with you? Like, why are you making this like a
mob boss type situation? Like I'm gonna whack you.
Like this the Godfather, and then I'm gonna come after you and your kids and your family. And I'm just like, you didn't even have to do all that.
It didn't take all that.
That actually turned Jag off you because it doesn't matter if I have to be loyalty to an eliminated person. I just side with the team that's trying to get you out. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
And he tells Jag that, look, you're not the target, but he also doesn't reveal his plan.
No.
Next, Jag and Matt.
Hold on. During this whole time, Cam is sitting there and he's thinking, I got this plan that is so genius, I'm not going to let nobody know. We figured it out.
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
It was pretty easy. Izzy figured it out.
So did America.
Exactly. So it's just the idea that he's really thinking, would, like you say, drunk off this power
I wouldn't say he's drunk off the power. I think that he's just feeling vindicated because of how they played him in Red.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he's going beyond anything. I feel like he's just like, I'm holding my cards close to the vest and I'm playing for me, and y'all can tell I'm playing for me.
That's fair.
You know.
That's fair. Go ahead.
Yeah. Next, we've got Jag and Matt. They end up coming together for a final two alliance. They end up calling themselves the Minutemen.
At first, it was a Hitman at first.
Well, Hitman was from the guys from another alliance years back. Yeah, with the guy, one of the guys who won, who was also, I think he was a detective, and who never revealed he was a detective. He was awesome.
He won?
Yeah, he won. So they call themselves the Minutemen. I don't think they know what that means, but go off, y'all. Next, Jared and Cam get to talking, and Jared is just big up in Cam.
Yeah.
You did your thing, man. Look at you in the HOH room. You're awesome.
And Cam is like,
yep, feeling it.
I am awesome. And you know what? You're my friend. You're my buddy. Because you know why? When I needed information and things like that, when you came to me to talk to me about Red, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and then when Cam...
Even though the information was, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, Cam also felt like he could trust Jared because when Red got put out the house, Jared seemed blindsided. I guess Jared is just an Oscar-worthy actor.
Not to me. Not to us.
Cam was like, Jared was just as blindsided as me.
So, and this is where the downfall of actually being in power. When you're in power... You actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna let you explain what happened. Then I should give my opinion. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, Cam,
he's over there giving him praise and everything like that.
Yeah, Cam is telling him, "Look, Jared, I'm gonna tell it to you like this. Felicia over here singing like a bird. I'm sitting here, I'm just listening. I got everybody right where I want them."
And Jared's laughing like, "What?"
Yeah. Cam says, "I'm not gonna reveal the whole plan, but first part." Was telling everybody it was Blue and Jag. The next part was getting Felicia and Izzy up, and y'all just gotta wait to see what's gonna happen next.
Ooh, tell me, Cam, tell me.
And then Jared is saying, well, if he's saying something's happening next, if the plan's not over, then he's gonna put up my mom. I mean, they're the three closest people in the house, with Izzy and Felicia.
He figured it out.
Yeah, so he's like, oh wow, so if the plan's not over, I know what's next.
Now this is what I don't understand. Why didn't you, or at least at this moment, because we know what the real plan is because he's talking to us in the confessional.
Yeah.
So we are seeing it from the confessional, not like so much from us seeing the next episode. But from the confessional, he tells us the plan, right? Why didn't he continue what he did with the nomination? Make people think one thing and do another thing.
Well, I think when you're in that house, it's not, I think what makes it hard is the fact that you're living with these people.
Yeah.
You want to have a friend. You want to have somebody you can trust, somebody you can turn to. And I think that's just our innate just being people.
Big Brother is trying to distract us.
And having to have some type of social comfort. So I think he found comfort in Jared where he should have found comfort in no one.
He should have found comfort in the HOH.
Yes.
Right? Knowing that he's in power.
Yeah.
He should have kept things to himself, keep things under wraps, because Jared said it in the confessional. He said, like, Cam, we're not laughing with you. We're laughing at you.
Yeah.
So really, without Red, he should have had the mindset, and of course it's hard to say that because we're watching on the outside, of that I don't have nobody here. But it's like you said, I felt like he was playing around. At the time, you can't trust that back door, in my opinion. You can't trust that back door of trying to get Sari on the block without her potentially winning the veto and getting herself off.
Well, also the thing is that was never his goal for the week. His goal really was to get Izzy out. But if he was presented the opportunity for Sari, he said he would take it. So
I'm just going off of what he said. He said, you don't go for the president first. And I'm just like, why? You got the shot.
You're right. You're right.
Like you got the shot. And if it's failed, it's failed. But at this moment, you didn't take the shot. And two people in that alliance already figured out your plan. But
he thinks he's smarter than everybody.
Exactly, and that's the problem. And also, you can't underestimate the influence Sari has on her team. Sari have people that are figuratively ready to die for her. You get what I'm saying? People that's willing to say, if I win the veto, I will not take myself off.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So you are underestimating the commitment and the loyalty that like they have for her. You know what I mean? The president, as he said.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, this is just the example of the mouse story I gave you. He's torturing. He's giving a little bit of the plan. He's like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, no, you're not the target. Oh, no, you're not the target. Or he's playing around with this power. And I think this is how, kind of to your point, the human aspect of Big Brother, where it actually show the flaws of us humans when we do get a little power, of how we do need some type of social interaction, of how we kind of can't keep our, and even when you try to quote unquote isolate yourself, that's also a bad thing in the game, to where you can't even be too powerful because they eliminate you like Heisem.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's showing all facets of basically life.
That's why it's so good.
Yeah, so it's fine. You know, we a team Heisem.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, we miss him. But this is the danger of it. He got comfortable and drunk with his power, in my opinion, this one, to where he's confiding in Jared. And truth be told, if he ain't red, I don't know why you confiding in him. I'm sorry. Continue.
Next, we pick our veto competition players.
Yeah.
So, of course, we have Cam, Felicia, and Izzy.
Yeah.
Then we get Matt, Jared, and Jag.
Oh, it's a big group this week.
Yeah, Jared is hell bent on making Cam reveal his full plan to him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jared, why? I feel like Jared gets stuck on like some of the dumbest things, like the thing about America really trying to win the veto. Why is that something you're so passionate about?
I think Jared just likes information. I
guess
I have no idea what it is, but even he said, like, just in case it is, even though I'm sure what the plan is, he came in with the mindset of, I have to win the veto to save my mom.
Yeah.
Because that what his mindset was. His mindset was, hey, I think he's going to put my mom up, or he going to try to backdoor my mom. So I'm going to try to win this veto. You get what I'm saying? I think even at one point in the episode, he went and told his mom. And he was like, hey, backdoor. Like, look out for it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I need to win the veto. So, it's just so funny how everybody's mind is different, because even Felicia, she's like, I need to win the veto, or Jared needs to win the veto, because Jared is like a son to me.
Not knowing his actual mother is in the house.
So I know Jared is going to use that veto to take me off. And I'm like, oh my goodness, there's so many games in this big game that's going on, and nobody, how y'all live in this house and y'all haven't found out yet?
Yeah.
Nobody caught y'all at all? That is so interesting. Go ahead.
Next, Izzy and Sari, they have a really nice heart-to-heart.
Yeah.
And Izzy is just saying she really wants to win the veto comp. Like, she really wants to just be good at this game. Sari tells Izzy that she's unapologetically herself, and she really admires that about her. Izzy says that she's not confident in herself.
Yeah.
And Sari tells her, like, look, like, I wasn't confident walking into Survivor for the first time. And you know, you're in the position that I was in when I started.
Yeah.
So she took the same chance Izzy took when she first walked into Survivor.
Yeah.
So we get to see Sari. She's actually crying in the confessional just about how amazing it is to really get to know Izzy. She really likes her as a person. And she really just has built like an honest, genuine connection. I even teared up. Because she feels
really?
like, I did, because she felt like Izzy was her person. They understood each other, and they just connected. And I think human connection and really having a friend or a spouse or just someone that really can see you and know you for yourself, that is such a blessing. And that can be such a rarity with people who are so focused on themselves or, you know, whatever the case may be. To be able to actually have a really good, genuine connection it feels great. It really does. So
I'm happy you felt that way.
I was loving it.
Now, my opinion.
Okay.
Listen here. I understand, Izzy, you said, these are your words, by the way. These are not my words or my opinion. These are Izzy words. She said she was insecure in herself, even in her profession, that is playing the flute. You know, she's insecure. She started listing these things that she's insecure about, things that she wanted to do but she didn't do. Like, she wanted to do rock climbing and things like that, and Cerise's asking, why didn't you do that? You know, like, what's so like what's going on with you? Then you find out that it is a self-esteem issue, that she says, you know, like, I'm a fat ugly girl, basically, and things like that. And I understand that. I'm sorry you feel that way. but I'm trying to win $750,000.
Okay.
What are you willing to do for $750,000? There's things that people would do for $50,000. And I understand that, in this moment, it is a heartfelt moment. You know what? I'm sorry that you view yourself as what you view yourself. But at the end of this game, you're going back to your side of the world, and I'm going back to my side of the world.
I mean, I could really spend a whole sermon talking about, who told you you were chunky? Who told you were ugly? That's not what God says about you. But
I don't know what you're doing here, but fine, right?
No, I'm just saying, I'm very passionate about people feeling comfortable in their skin.
I understand that, but this is a game.
Yeah.
And I won't be distracted.
All right.
I won't be distracted. Izzy, you're my person, and I understand that. And guess what? I love you. And guess what? As long as we here, we cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And guess what? In my eyes, from the outside looking in, I can see the compassion. I can feel as compassionate as you can, or whatever you want to give a sermon about and whatnot. But on the inside, I wouldn't trust anything nobody tells me. Yeah. Because to me, it's the Big Brother game.
You're like, anything can be
a threat. Mm-hmm. And that's how I'm thinking. That when I watch these games, I'm thinking as if I'm there. Mm-hmm. On the outside, I'm not over here crying like Blair watching this. I'm over here like, hey, hopefully you work on that. You get what I'm saying? And then I'm focused on my game. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Because you could be trying to dupe me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm fearful about. But Izzy, I hope you get all that figured out though.
Yeah. Now it is veto competition time. Yeah. And this is pretty much a promotion for the Buddy Games. Y'all, they have been showing these commercials for the Buddy Games nonstop. They actually put it in Big Brother, which, okay, cool. Maybe the game would be cool, but I just feel very much affronted. Just very much like y'all are pushing this thing on me.
I mean, they do that all the time. They did that with Barbie, too. So
well, see, then I like Barbie. So maybe that's the difference. Okay. But yeah, this Buddy Game thing, I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is a lot. Mm-hmm. So anyway. So we get to the Buddy Games. The host of the Buddy Games is there. I think his name is Josh Duhamel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so the game is you have to take a seat in the whirly throne.
In a chair.
Yes. It'll spin you for 30 seconds, making you dizzy. Then you have 30 seconds to make 3 shots. The person who is there at the end of all the rounds gets to be the winner. You'll also get a prize for every person who is eliminated. Yeah. And you can either keep your prize or trade it in for the person who got a prize before you.
Yeah, so basically it benefits you to be the last one eliminated because then you can pick out of all the prizes once they are presented. Mm-hmm. Besides being the first eliminated, you just got to take what's given to you. Right. So yeah.
So first round, Izzy gets the lowest score.
Shout out to Izzy. I guess you don't have to fall in that sword.
Right. And she ends up getting the veto. Mm-hmm. But she's not going to hold on to it for long.
She's not going to keep it.
Okay. Next round, you get a longer spinning time and less time for shooting. So Cam gets eliminated from the second round. Yeah. He wins Piggy Pals. And he gives that to Izzy. Yeah. And he gets to have the veto for the moment. Yeah. Third round, Sari falls. Oh, no. Third round, Felicia falls on the ground. Okay. Says she's hot. They give her ice and reveal her tummy to get her some air.
Yeah, I don't understand why y'all showing her naked stomach, but okay.
And Felicia wins a European vacation.
By being eliminated, yep.
And she trades it for the veto.
Oh, so right now she get to take herself off the block. Mm-hmm. And she's like, hey, guess what? The other 2 people that's left, y'all not on the block. Mm-hmm. So basically, I got the veto for the week.
Yeah, you should let me have it.
Exactly.
It's Felicia's thought. Uh-huh. Next, Jared is out. Uh-huh. He gets a kayak for 2. Yeah. And he trades that for the veto, giving it to Felicia. Wow. And the final round, Jag loses. He gets $5,000. Mm-hmm. Matt gets Dumelamaniac. And with that, he's going to have to take selfies with Josh Duhamel all week. And he says, that'll be fun. I don't mind hanging out with Josh. Yeah. Not realizing Humilivers.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Out of these prizes or things that you won by losing, there was only 2 real prizes, in my opinion. That was 3, if you want to count the veto. Of course, we start off with the veto. That's a real prize. $5,000 is a real prize. And a European country trip is a real prize,
Vacation.
in my opinion. Vacation. Everything else is not good.
Punishment.
So I don't even understand why Matt, who had he won everything. He had a chance to choose anything.
He thought he'd get to hang out with Josh.
Yeah,
he didn't realize it'd be a poster board.
Well, guess what? You got to hang out with Josh a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, continue.
So Izzy has to choose someone to do the piggy pals with her. They have 12 hours to get a certain amount of dirt over into a pig pen.
And of course, she's going to choose her best friend, Sari.
So she chooses Cam.
Oh.
To do this grueling work. Rightfully so. He put you on the block. Felicia chooses Sari for the kayak companion. And Jared, he's the one who kept the veto at the end of it all.
Yep.
Yes.
And Cam had the trip, and Jag had the 5,000.
Yeah. So we see, I think this is the reason the show was 2 hours. They just wanted us to see what all people had to do for their punishments. So we see Felicia and Sari in their kayak going to room, and they have to set it down and stay in the same room as each other. Matt is called to take pictures with the poster board whenever, even 1 a.m. And the piggy pals, they are walking all night trying to get this dirt into the playpen.
Using basically a mug.
Right. And so they end up finishing getting the dirt in there. They have to put water in it and roll around like a couple of piggies, which they are. So Jared and Cam talk. And their plan, Cam's plan is to put Sari next to Izzy. Jared is not going to let that happen.
Jared was like, hey, I have a name for you. I have a name for you. So Jared's happy because he got the veto. And he's like, hey, now tell me the plan. Cam's like, okay, I'll tell you the plan. And that's when you mess up. You messed up. And guess what? Jared wasn't even crying. Jared wasn't even the one telling how low self-esteem he has. Jared wasn't the one talking about how he thought he was ugly and how he wanted to rock climb, but, and all these things. You fell for it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a sob story attached to it. That's the problem that I have with these players in the Big Brother. You got to trust and hold your cards until it is impossible for it to be messed up, blown up, your plan and things like that. So, of course, he told Jared the plan. And Jared was like, hey, I got a name for you. I got a name for you. A name you never thought of. Jag. Let's put Jag up again. Jag over there minding his business. The camera cut to Jag, and Jag is somewhere in the house with heart glasses on, just talking, chilling. Not even know his name was brought up by Jared.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So Cam, he listens to him. He's like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So Jared ends up going to Felicia and Sari since they are kayak pals and they are together this whole time. He can't pull one apart for a separate conversation.
Yeah.
He tells him, look, the plan is if someone comes down, he's going to put Sari up.
The back door.
And Felicia's just thinking to herself, I still want him to use the veto on me.
Use it on me.
Still pick me, but I can't bring it up now.
Because I got this kayak thing attached to us.
Right. Well, we get to veto time, and Jared decides not to use the veto.
To use the veto. Wow.
Yes.
That is interesting. Now let's get to eviction night.
Yes, eviction night. So we're starting off. Sari is hoping that the house is leaning towards Izzy to stay. So far, they feel like they have the numbers and that this should be easily to pull off.
And this is what I'm talking about. When you don't have the power, only thing you can do is hope. When you got the power, you can actually do. If Izzy had won the veto, Sari wouldn't have to hope. You get what I'm saying? It's just weird of Cam. Like now, even though like you're going to succeed of getting one of these people out, I'm like, you had a golden opportunity to at least put Sari on the block. At least. But go ahead, continue.
Yep, we've got Cody and Izzy talking. Cody, he wants to keep Izzy because they've been in an alliance that Cody brought up with Jared and Sari called the Crossroads Alliance. Nobody's taking this alliance seriously but Cody.
Because everybody who's in the Crossroads alliance is Cirie, Jared, Izzy, and him. Mm-hmm. Bruh, it's 3 against 1.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Next, Cody and America talk. Cody is telling America, look, Felicia's out. Izzy has the votes to stay. This is what it is.
Yeah.
And America is saying Izzy needs to go out because she's the better game player. She's going to have the chance to actually win stuff. This is dumb. So Cam and America talk.
Yeah. And just for the record, his name is Corey, not Cody.
Oh, Corey.
His name is Corey.
Sorry, Corey. So Cam and America talk. And America tells Cam the consensus is Felicia needs to leave.
She do be dropping the mic packs in the toilet. Producers probably trying to influence her. Influence the vote like, hey, get her out of here, please. She costing us at least $2,000 a mic pack.
Yeah. America said Jared is a BSer.
Ooh.
Can't believe nothing he says.
Ooh.
And she tells him, look, you were the original target last week.
Whoa.
And that threw Cam for a loop. He couldn't believe it.
No.
And she even tells him, look, Jared is the one who told Red that you offered to go up on the block next to him. Cam
is looking confused as I don't know what.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue.
Now, Cam knows for sure Jared is working for Cirie.
And he's like, oh my gosh, I talk too much.
Yes.
I talk too much. Look, you got to be careful for them quiet ones, man. Those ones, because guess what? You thought an enemy, Cirie and y'all thought Hyson was an enemy. Mm-hmm. Y'all thought Red was an enemy. Y'all thought Cam was an enemy. It's the ones that's quiet, that secretly do not like what's going on in the house, that doesn't say anything. Hey girl, you know, how's everything? But secretly just like, I want them out of here. And now she's going to someone who actually has the influence, because Cam is probably going another competition, be HOH at least one more time before he's eliminated, hopefully. But she's going and she's like, this is the time, while at least 2 of them is on the block, to actually reveal what I know.
And America's getting busy. I mean, it's time. It's time. If you can't win nothing, I mean, make something shake. And she's doing it.
This is the midpoint of the game. Mm-hmm. This is the point. You don't go too early. As like my homegirl, who I don't remember her name, who tried to start an alliance with just random people. Mm-hmm. This is the time to actually like shake the house. Hyson, he tried to shake the house too early in the beginning. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? This is the time, because now you can actually have the numbers that can split down the middle. You actually can influence people to actually switch sides and actually start over. It was too early for Hyson, but Hyson, we remember you on this show.
Next, America and Matt talk. And America is filling Matt in on everything. And Matt feels that, look, he thinks that they do need to prepare ahead of time. Yeah. She's, well, not necessarily filling him in on everything. She's telling him that, look, Cirie, Felicia, Izzy, they're not gonna look out for you. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so he can see himself working with America, at least for short term. America feels good with working with Jag and Blue. I wouldn't trust Blue, but Matt shares that he uses the power on Jag so that way he can build some sort of trust with America. That's true. Go ahead. Yeah. Moving on, Cirie told Matt that she played the power comp. And Corey is starting to realize he's not in a good position with the other players, because Cirie never told him that, and he thought he was close to them. Apparently not as close as Matt. But America is saying that you can't trust Izzy and Cirie as much as you think you can, and it's actually starting to change the way he's thinking.
Now, question. Did Cirie told Matt, or Matt told Cirie?
Cirie told Matt that she played in the competition. Matt is the one who said that he won.
Okay. So basically, so that's how they end up sharing the information in the first place. Where we're like, well, I played too, but I won.
Yeah, because remember, they didn't know who got the opportunity to play.
Okay, so listen here, Cirie. Listen, I'm a hater of Cirie, but guess what? Respect is respect. She knows how to play that social game. Oh yeah, she knows how to play that social game. Good. Little things like, hey man, I'm just gonna give you a little nugget. I played in that little power game. You know what I mean? Just so she could just throw the bait out of who won, who used it to save one of my targets that I wanted out. You know what I'm saying? And Matt was like, well, I played and I won. Okay, go ahead, continue.
All right, Corey and Jag talk, and Corey reveals that, look, he's known about the 7 Deadly Sins Alliance for a while.
Y'all thought y'all was in secret.
Yeah, and Jag, he's like, look, it makes sense to get rid of Izzy. they're counting down the votes. That they have 3 votes at this point.
Yeah. And they need 5.
Yeah, and they need 5. We've got Jag, Izzy. You ain't got list the names. Okay, next Corey goes to Bowie Jane. And Corey tells her to be careful with Sari. Bowie Jane says Corey should try talking to Sari. Why Bowie Jane?
That makes no sense.
Bowie Jane is just, her head is not in the game at all.
I don't understand I don't even understand what Bowie Jane is trying to do here.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I don't even know what, like, I don't even know. Talking to Sari about what? You lied to me?
Exactly.
Like that makes no sense. Continue.
Yeah. So Bowie Jane, after Corey tells her, look, Sari, people talking about you, people not included you, Sari's right in the mix of that. So get your head in the game, girl.
Yeah, please.
So Bowie...
It don't even matter because you ain't going to win it all anyway, so it don't even matter.
Yeah. Well, Bowie Jane, she says, well, you know what? I want to work with people who want to work with me.
And they didn't fill her in on the last vote. So like I said, they not even keeping their loyalties to the fake alliance.
Yeah.
So now people feeling like, you didn't fill me in with the red thing. So now I'm like, I want to work with people that want to work with me. Go ahead, continue.
Yep. Corey goes to McCall and tells her that the votes are there to get Izzy out. And McCall does think that Izzy is the stronger player, and it makes obvious sense to get her out. Corey then tells Matt that he's evicting Izzy and says that, look, we're both being played.
Yeah.
And lays out everything. Jag walks in and reiterates saying, yeah, we're being used.
Yep.
We're being used as numbers for their game.
And this is the perfect way to be HOH, because besides you over here trying to confide in Jared, you should use your HOH power to flip the house. And Cam, you didn't do it. America had to do it for you. America and Corey had to do what you were supposed to do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that just shows that, hey, you have the power to put people on the block, but actually you don't have to be in that HOH position to actually get people to turn on you. Now what's going on is, even with somebody going home between Felicia and Izzy, that alliance is on, like, they are a target now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Now, guess what? You got what you wanted, Cam, and you had nothing to do with this plan. Now, Saria is a target because Matt's like, wait a minute. Jag is like, wait. Corey and like America already wanted to break them up. At least America wanted to. America over there getting turned on by Corey taking the lead. He got a mustache and everything like that. That's already 5 people right there. Bowie Jane feel betrayed because you didn't fill her in on the vote. You get what I'm saying? So there's already a power shift already.
I think where Cam went wrong, which I don't blame him for, but because he wasn't clued in on the vote, neither was Bowie Jane, he figured he couldn't trust anybody. And by him not trusting anybody, he didn't talk or communicate with people about, this is what Sari has done, this is what so-and-so has done. And also, he was kept out the loop of a lot of stuff. And America filled him in on things that he didn't even know about.
He didn't even know that they didn't clap for him.
Yeah. So it was a lot of stuff that I felt like Cam should have communicated more with, the Jags and the Blues, and, well, not Blue necessarily, but Jag and Matt, and trying to coerce them to his side. But he wasn't trusting nobody.
But I can understand why, because he thought that alliance that he had with Sari and them was real and things like that. Was it 25 Legends or something like that, whatever it's called?
No, he figured that wasn't real once Red got voted out.
But I'm talking about before that, before Red's elimination.
Yeah.
So I can understand. Go ahead.
Yeah. So next, Sari is the only... Well, we get to the votes, right?
Okay.
Sari is the only one who votes to keep Izzy. And Izzy is walking out the door. She's talking to Julie, and she feels most betrayed by Corey. And she thought that as far as exposing Sari and Jared's secret, she felt like the trust and the bond that they built was stronger than that.
Yeah, to me, I felt like that's the only reason why I didn't want Izzy to go. Because now nobody's gonna really find out about their the real only true alliance in the house. Every alliance in the house is fake. Even Corey and America. Once y'all leave this house, y'all ain't gonna be together. Okay?
They might get married. Some people have.
They not. I'm not a believer.
Okay.
Right? The only alliance in that house is Jared and Sari. Don't fall for these names: Minuteman, Hitman, the 7 Deadly Sins, the Bye Bees, 25 Legends. All these names mean nothing and it doesn't even compare to mother and son. Okay? They are the only alliance in the house. And until somebody figure that out, everybody else is basically in the way. In the way to the goal and the objective and basically the goal for these two, that one of them win. Right. You know? Now, Blair skipped over one part, was that when Izzy was leaving the house, she did not hug Cam and she did not hug Corey. Right? She obviously felt some type of way. She felt betrayed. But guess what? You can't be mad that someone played the game when you was playing the game against everybody else. The game got turned on you, and now you over there sitting in chairs trying to hold back tears. I don't feel sorry for you. It's a game. It's a game. It's not your life. It's a game. Okay? You're going back to New York to continue your life. Hopefully things end up well for you. Blair, Sari, everybody else can continue to feel sorry for you. Okay?
Okay.
Anything else?
We've got the HOH comp. This is the endurance one, the wall competition.
Yeah.
We've got to hold on for dear life as this wall tilts. We get hit with balls, and I'm sure there's going to be some slimy, wet something to get them slipping.
Yeah.
So looking forward to see who's going to be winning.
Who do you think will win that one? I say America.
Yeah, I think America.
I think it's time for America to shine now. Now I think it's time for America to stop throwing competitions to actually win one of these things. And boy, if
prove Jared wrong.
If America wins, it might be Jared and Sari on the block. It might just be both of them on the block without them both knowing that's mother and son.
That's in her best interest.
Look, anything else?
Not at all.
Man, y'all be good. Man, y'all have a good rest of the week.
Bye.